Hello, everybody. Ben back. Happy Hannon Studios. We're talking today about Saturday the 14th, the last Now That's Wrestling show, live from the Dome on, believe it or not, the 14th of September. Funny to have a spooky night of wrestling in September. But of course, that's Now That's Wrestling. First match we're going to talk about is Perfection versus Jay Leon. Josie Valentine came out in Jay's corner, and Cody was the referee. Great match it was between Jay and Perfection. Some of the things that stood out in the match, Josie was very lovey-dovey with Perfection's opponent. She came out saying, and Perfection thought she was going to fight him. However, she's like, I don't want to be kissed again, and then made a reference to Kenny Omega being a better kisser. It must be an inside joke because I don't get it. Some of the other fans seem to get it, but I didn't. Josie was supposed to take on Mike Jarek, who unfortunately couldn't be there as he was busy with his other gig. Good match, back and forth match between two opponents. I'd never seen Jay fight before, and he did a good job. Josie was great in the managerish role. Again, the irony always when Josie's fighting or against Perfection is not lost on me. Perfection won clean. He kicked McClure to the back and he won without any cheating, which is amazing. Definitely liked that, to see Perfection winning without having to cheat. So obviously defended his title. The Now That's Wrestling title was defended and continued to be on Perfection's waist. I did give the match an 8 out of 10. It was a good match. Great way to start the show. Next up, it was a match for the Mid-Valley Championship. Craig Covenant, champion, versus Randy Fitzsimmons of OWO fame. They're bad guys, just so you know. You guys may not have known, but they are bad guys. Good match. Craig always impresses. Always impresses. And I love Randy. He's just funny. Funny. Really seems to enjoy being the bad guy. Unfortunately, Randy could not pull out the victory despite a little help from the OWO. Craig did pull out the victory and holds on to the Mid-Valley Championship title. Can't say I'm very surprised he had just won the title, though Braun Breaker lost the title after just winning it, and so did the Big Cat in ACW. So I gave this match a 7 out of 10. Next up, we had the Best Friends Club with Jimothy. That's right, you heard me right. Mr. Jimothy was back. Versus the McClure family with C. Martin McClure. Kind of a little bit of a grudge match, obviously. These four are not the best of friends. The McClures were Roy and Kaiser. Were the two from the McClure family, pretty much the only people left other than Perfection. So, first of all, fans lost their minds when Jimothy came out. Just simply lost their minds because, of course, he's been a bit on the shelf. And this time he looked like he was really, not that far away from being back in the ring. So, yeah. Priceless, Preston Palmer, and Johnny C.K. Were the two who wrestled, and they were trying their butts off to give Roy a hug, trying to bring him into the Best Friends Club by the power of the hug. Roy was having none of it. In fact, Roy tried to get disqualified by a massive low blow to the referee, Cody. It didn't work. Cody was out. They were going to be disqualified, but somebody called Josh, I think it was Domino's Pizza, and they made a decision they were going to restart the match, however, with a new referee in the form of Miles Mason. Obviously, those of you that know Miles isn't going to take bull critty from anybody. So Miles came in, restarted the match, really was on the Best Friends Club side, definitely was messing with the McClure family. They tried to low blow him, didn't work, caught it. Best Friends Club pulled out the victory. It was a good match, a feel-good match is what I would call it. I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. Next up, we have Kellen Quest and Adam Christopher versus the OWO in the form of Eric and Steve with the real Logan Ross with their tennis racket. So, good match. Was for the title. OWO won, held on to the title. Definitely some shenanigans. Kellen and Adam looked really good together, though. They just obviously weren't enough to beat the OWO. Gave the match a 7 out of 10. And last match of the night, we had JDT versus the Baker Boys versus Classic Alpha versus Porn Stash and XTC versus Arcadius. This was for the One Sweet Deal medallion, or as I like to call it, the Medallion of Doom. There was a lot of zombie bites. JDT was a zombie, and he kept biting everybody, turning them into zombies. He wouldn't bite Arcadius, though, because I think Arcadius is already a zombie. The Bakers, one of the Bakers, and I never get it right, but one of them tried to turn on the other one with a master plan. That was crazy. Classic Alpha did what Classic Alpha always does, shows off his brute strength. Arcadius showed off his Arcadiousness. Pornstash and XTC did the sneaky heel thing. And it worked, because in the end, they hoisted the One Sweet Deal medallion high, and they are the champions. Pornstash actually won it, but it's kind of like the Freebird rules, I guess. They both are the One Sweet Deal medallion holder. A lot of brutality, a lot of chaos in this match. You had to almost kind of like keep moving around the ring to really get the full gist of the match. I give it a 7 out of 10. It was a quick. It wasn't a quick show, but it was a quick show. There was supposed to be the Mike Jarrett versus Josie. You'll get to see that next month if you come to Cage. Remember, every match is in a cage, so don't miss that show. So yeah, good matches. One great match. We'll talk more about the match of the night and the most impressive performers and the top 7.5 list in other videos. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, give it a big old thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. If I don't see you again, good morning, good afternoon, and good night.